All right, guys, so we're out here in the Pine Barrens on Long Island, one of my favorite places to go. We got the wilderness, the pines, it smells great. It's cold outside, but I thought it'd be a great idea to test out Thursday boots, because I know they're more of a fashion boot, but they're quality, they're Goodyear welted, supposedly made of Horween leather, so I wanted to try to just give them some hard labor and see how they would hold up. So you can see they actually chipped on the front there. The sole just chipped off, which was annoying, but they're actually were so nice. They're gonna send me a new pair to replace these. So I actually don't mind hiking with them and getting them scuffed up and getting them dirty. And I think it would be a great opportunity just to, test them out and see how they would do. I actually did, if you haven't seen, a Blundstone video where I tested those out on actually a pretty intense hike. So check that video out if you haven't already. Let's go, come on. So for those of you who don't know, Thursday Boots is a relatively new company that makes Goodyear welted boots at solid everyday prices that the average guy can afford. But they're a bit controversial in the boot world. You can see on Reddit, people like to post about them. And a lot of guys complain that they're not up to high quality standards of other similar companies that you can get boots on sale for prices close to that $200 price range that Thursday boasts. Okay, fellas, so it only took around an hour this time, a little short hike out in the pines. Needed tissue badly, but we finally made it to the destination. We got this beautiful frozen lake here. It's in the upper 30s, but it's great to just get some solitude, you know what I'm saying? Very quiet. And let's talk about the boots. Obviously, it's a boot video. So the Thursdays held up actually really well. It wasn't a super intense hike. I got a couple deep scuffs and scratches, which is a little bit annoying, but that's gonna happen to any boot that you go hiking with. So the leather actually did a great job against mud. Like, I think it's because it's waxy. That Horween Chrome XL leather is very waxy. That mud just slides off really easily. So they're actually still pretty clean, which is great to see. And when I stepped in puddles, that Goodyear Welt on the bottom actually kept out moisture. I don't feel wet at all. I definitely did. You'll see. I'm sure you guys will see in the video some wet spots that I stepped in. Something else I started to notice this winter is that although these boots are leather lined on the inside, it still gets really cold, and my feet do get really freezing when the temperatures drop below 30 degrees. So especially on a hike like this where the temperatures are in that range, I would definitely recommend, first of all, wearing darn tough wool socks. Those are my favorite to keep your feet warm. But also, practically speaking, if you're going on a hike or you're working outside and you're going to spend a lot of time outside, try to find something that has some sort of fabric lining that has like Thinsulate, for example, so that you really can be appropriate and keep your feet warm. All right, so we just finished up the 4-mile hike there and back. And so listen, they fared better than I thought they would for like basically a fashion boot, in my opinion. So you can see the leather held up really well against Horween's leather, this natural Chrome XL. So I think because of the waxes, nothing really, didn't get too dirty. You see they got a little bit of mud there, but really nothing bad. The Welt held up really well. Also, I tested them out. I jumped in some puddles, went into the lake a little bit to see if the water would seep through. It didn't, which I was really glad to see. And the soles also, listen, those grippy rubber soles, these are like day and night soles. They did fine. The Pine Barrens happens to be, it's very dry. It's like sandy and it's pretty flat. So there wasn't much places to like slip around, but for what I need, I think this is more than what most guys are gonna be using their boots for. So I think they did actually better than expected. All right, so if you're taking these to somewhere with a little more of a rocky terrain, I wouldn't recommend wearing these just because, listen, the sole did break off. You don't want that to happen in the middle of the hike. There's not that much support with the leather around the ankle and around the toe. You don't want something falling on it and like hurting your ankle or hurting your toe. You don't want that to happen. So just be careful, guys. Always safety first if you're going hiking. Make sure you have something that's a little bit more heavy duty if you're going to do something that's a little bit more strenuous. And again, they held up well, which to me means that for the average guy, they're going to hold up with everyday use. If you're wearing them in the city and stuff like that, they're going to do great, because on a hike like this, a short hike, they held up, pretty well. So I would say, if you're a normal guy and you're worried about these, maybe durability factor, I know Thursdays get a lot of negative BS on the internet. I think these are going to be fine. They're going to last a long time, and of course they're going to be soldable, which is great to know. So if you like this video, I love doing hiking videos. I go hiking all the time anyway, and I'd love to test out different boots. So let me know in the comments below which one you'd like to see next. As always, like and subscribe. That's great. Check me out on Facebook, on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching. You guys are the best. Thank you. Bye.